Hello everybody, this is Dave playing some games today, some car mechanic simulator. So I am back in my game. I'm already at rank 2 and I am starting the next trying to get the next level, which is only 110 points away to get rank 3. I unlocked the was it the screw on things faster, or screw and unscrew 50% faster perk. So next level I'll get another perk, see what I get with that. This is a car I just used to test whether, like, what the rate of screws was. It wasn't really too noticeable, but I just wanted to test it before I did the job. So this one is just simple brake job, brake pads, brake disc, brake caliper, and I can double check what needs what by using exam mode. So I'm looking for some brake pads that are broken. Alright, wait, saw something there. Alright, so this brake pad is broken. And there's the caliper right there. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. So the ones in the back. And we're working again. Brake disc, brake pads, brake caliper. Okay, and there's my brake disc. So the brake discs are in the back, and the brake calipers are in, the brake discs are in the back, and the brake disc ventilators are in the front. So just remember that factoid, and you'll know exactly what brakes you're working on, front or rear. Or you can use exam mode to see. And now it's 10%, so that is some easy stuff to fix. So we're going to my brakes, a brake caliper, a brake disc, and a brake pad. This side gets the brake disc. You can keep the other brake pad's fine, actually, it's 82. And this was the one with the broken caliper. Okay, and this one, I didn't have to zoom out or like cancel the build mode, I just did it accidentally. So enter, enter, so I don't have to just continuously click. Here's hit enter on both to make it go faster. Alright, done. So that's 404 points. Let's see how much we get for completing the job, because I want to get to level 3 in this episode. I don't know why I'm just going in. Everything's clear. So we are going to get... well, we got 128 extra points on that. So we got our level. And I'm going to go for this one, 50% faster part installing and removing. Does a 10% walking, 5% discount shops. Let's go for more money first, actually. Alright, so let's unlock that upgrade. Alright, good. And that's just 50% faster part examination. It's not really necessary. I don't really use the examination mode too much. So, looking at $6,600. Let's see if I can possibly get the next level. Junkyard's still not active. We can go to racetrack. We can go to the off-road track, test track. We can go to everything. I still don't know what the workshop maps are. Which car do you... well, also I don't have a car to drive. But the junkyard is still not available. So let's close out anything I don't need. Just extra money. And let's find something to do. I can still do the story car. For timing or parts to be replaced more frequently than recommended by the manufacturer. Same goes for oil. Check both these things or replace whatever you decide is needed. This one has brake system. Easy, brakes really easy. Car's hard to control. So there's a lot of stuff what I was saying last time about tie rods and hub bearings. So let's do this one. I have money to play around with. So to buy extra stuff. But then oh, it's just the steering rack? Why did they tell me? The steering rack is super easy to fix. Okay, so anyway, I don't have to figure it out. They told me. And there's not much of a breakdown on this. The thing about the steering rack is that they're super expensive to rebuy when they're like fully broken. And they're like $900 usually. And oh, why am I taking off the brake caliper? That was just an extra point I didn't really need to get, but I'm glad it's just an extra point. Alright. So again, steering racks are way too expensive. And I need to do a couple things to get everything off of it. Oh. So first you gotta take out the tie rod on both sides. Because the tie rods help connect to the knuckle of the where the wheel sits. And you need to take the bolt off to get access to the steering rod to make it float freely for you to take off. And how bad is it? 10%. And we're gonna buy it. It's like $900, but I got the 5% discount, so not super expensive. I was gonna type steer in to the search bar. Steering rack, so it's $800 actually, but I get it for $760, so I save $40. So that is good. Now I just put everything back on. Easy. And anything you do inside, like behind the knuckle and like in this general region, the tire should come off. Like, it's in the way. And also, it's just like some of the stuff gets connected to the tire. You can't get around it. Like, definitely because it's a knuckle housing that's connected to mainly. That is it. That's all that has to be done on this. Just replace the steering rack. So done. I get $400. It says I spent $800. It doesn't count the discount in there. So okay. So I got more points. Points are always good. And that selling that is good. Let's do another job. This one is replace engine, oil, and filter. Replace all filters. We can do that one easy. Because what is there? The oil filter, the fuel filter, the air filter. Probably not too much. And everything's like inside. But I do have to replace the oil, so I have to go up on the rack. See the oil filter for an OHV, fuel filter, air filter, and again the oil filter. So let's just buy those parts now. So we need an oil filter for an OHV. Let's search filter. So we need, scroll down, oil filter for an OHV. We need the fuel filter. And we need an air filter for, I think it was an OHVJ. Alright, it's that one, but let's double check. Always double check so you're not buying stuff you don't need. Yep, V8 OHVJ. And that's it right there. Now let's go raise this up. Let's do the oil. And when you do a car first on the rack, it has to do like the little kind of like get an inch off the ground first. Then it goes all the way up. Once you go up down a bunch of times, it does it in one shot. Okay. Place that. So now drop this down. Everything is accessible through the engine bay. Unless it tells me it's not. Ooh, this is a Mustang? Ford Mustang Mach 1. Wow. Why can't you come off? Have to take the head covers off? Oh, let's take the fuel filter. Oh, there, the lid. Okay, now let's get access to the oil filter. I don't know, a little bit sure that you do have to move it up on the rack, but I will double check. Yep, it says the front of the car only. See, one shot, straight up. Okay, that is good. I just gotta put more oil in, and I'm done. Now I need 342 points. It's probably gonna need one more car to get the upgrade. Where is the? Is this the one? Yeah, that's it. That's it. Weird. Never really see it look like that. Alright, once it starts bubbling, you know it's full. Okay, this should be done. And double check because there's 2 tabs you gotta look at, and everything's tabbed. You can put a star on something, and it'll glow when you're in examination mode to know which way you're looking at. I'll show you an example. So fuel filter, see, and there it goes. It glows right there. And if I'm exam mode, well, green is something you need. So can be examined. Oh, by a fuel pressure tester. Okay. But anyway, so it glows when you put it on your hit star on here. So let's close this one out. Not that much of a payday, but you know, money is money. And we're down to 134 points to the next level. So let's get another one. Running gear, control, general running gear, control, and repair. There's a list provided. This is a list provided, So running gear control is like, again, same as tie rods and bushings, a lot of stuff like that. Or also, I'm not sure if running gears means the gearbox and the clutch bearing, but we will double check. We'll double check what that is. And this is a beautiful car. I can't wait to get one. The Pagani Huayra. I can't even pronounce this. Huayra. Well, the Pagani. So, but that's a sweet car. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Now also, because this looks like it might be a rear wheel car, we don't know where the running gear is, if it's the front side or the back end. But no, we got it highlighted. Oh, and the back too. Alright, a whole bunch of stuff is broken on this. A lot of stuff. This is going to be a huge breakdown. And where I am in my life, I'm actually supposed to be going out in a little bit. I'm going to see how much I can get on this done. And they do have a list. So I can go and buy these. Alright, and I don't even know what I'm looking at. There's a way you can do a parts list. Alright, so delete from list, add the list. But I can't even add stuff? Oh. Or do I have to look at stuff? Let me try this. Okay. That's fine. So this is broken. Now, did that do anything? Okay, front bumper, front wheel hub. This one, oop, what'd I do? Okay, delete from list. All right. Now let's this list. Add the list. So front wheel hub. That's 12%. Front steering wheel knuckle C. Add a tie rod. This tie rod. Now the front spring and the cap looks like too. Nope, I did not need the double wishbone. Alright, so front spring, front shock absorber cap. I never really use the list at all. Alright, I take this off. Did I hit bottom suspension arm? No, I did not. The thing is, do their bushings need to go in too. Alright, my phone beeped, but it was something else that's not needing my attention. So, I can keep playing. So there's like 2 bushings on that need to be replaced. And I marked both that. So this is everything in the front. Now, is there anything else I need to look at, really? Okay, no. So let's buy that stuff off the list. Now, can I activate? Alright, I can activate the list. So, front wheel hub, front steering knuckle C. I'm going to put front wheel. Alright, front wheel hub. So, I'm going to just type front. Front steering knuckle C. U. Outer and inner tie rod. And the spring. So, I'm going to search tie. Got both of those. Spring. And your front spring. Gonna put shock. And you don't have to type the whole word. You can type it as like letters, and it'll go into it, like whatever it matches. And a bottom suspension arm. Ooh. So I'll just put sus, and look for bottom suspension arm. Alright, good. Now, let's check my bushings. Ooh, I got a crate from that other job. I'll do that at the end after this. I do need 2 rubber bushings. And even here, they'll say I need 2 rubber bushings. Anything broken, you know you need it. So I do need 2 rubber bushings. And a wheel hub bearing. I gotta double check. Was the bearing the one I took off? Was that a broken one? I can find out by looking at I. So, front wheel. Nope, the one I have is good. I'll just put everything back on. But first, I should take apart my spring. Because the wishbone is good. It's the cap and the spring itself that have to be repaired. So I'm going to pull it apart. And put it back together. And it's going to take the most repaired objects first. Okay, good. Go back in here. Make sure I'm in a level area where I can see. Good. And Inner tie rod. That. Pretty much just put everything back on. Now this, I gotta do the bottom suspension arm. That's gonna get the better bushings. The upper one can use the other bushings that I already had. It doesn't make much of a difference, but I'm gonna keep things the same just in case it does matter. Alright, that is all good. Now I'm going to go to the rear of the car. And this is a rear wheel drive car, so the engine's in the back, and a lot of stuff is broken in the back as well for the suspension. The tires, cool. So we're going to need a bunch of stuff. We need a lot of rear bushings, rubber bushings. I'm going to need at least 4 rubber bushings. Let me buy those. And let's go to list mode, and I'm going to delete the whole list. Okay, so axle's good. Oh, forgot. Gotta take everything off in order, or else I'll make that little weird beeping sound at me. Alright, this hub bearing is broken, so we're gonna add that to the list. 10%. This rear wheel hub B. When you get the tablet, it makes things so much easier to put everything back on because you know what you're buying. Now, upper suspension arm. Let me put that on my list. And does this need the bushings? No, those bushings are fine. They said they were like 80%. U. And I don't think I put... Yeah, I did put the upper suspension arm on. So you gotta come off first. Because you're connected to here. And then everything else can come off. And that one has the bushings that are broken. Alright. And let's go around the other side. Some stuff's broken on here. This knuckle's broken. This spring is broken. And can I zoom out a little bit? Yeah, there's some bushings here that are broken. Can I go around it? Yeah, both bushings here are broken. There's not really that much on here. So I'm definitely going to get my points for the next level. Now this brake disc is a little bit rusted, but it's not solid rust, so it's not noticeable. I don't need to worry about it. Oop. I gotta take the axle off first. And then you gotta take the hub bearing off. Then this comes off. Okay, knuckle housing. Now, this definitely has to come off because of it's on top of the knuckle. Same thing with the bottom one. Oh, first the shock absorber has to come off. But before I do anything, let's make sure I'm looking at the spring. Put that on. Oop, sorry, this has to come off. And that. Okay. That should be everything. And I already bought the rubber bushing, so I gotta put them back in. So let's go down my list. Wheel hub bearing and a rear hub wheel B. So we need wheel hub bearing, rear hub wheel B. Oop, nope. Upper suspension bar, upper suspension arm, and a rear knuckle housing, 2 of them. Upper suspension arm B. Well, I'll double check that. Upper suspension arm, no, just a standard. And also, we'll double check this list here. Upper suspension arm and a bottom suspension arm B, but the bottom I don't think is in. Yeah, I do need a bottom suspension arm B, but it's a standard upper. I got that. I didn't get the rear knuckle housing 2 yet. Rear wheel, let's see what that is. I think that's the rear wheel hub B again. I want to double check. Alright, because right now the recording timer is directly on top of the list, so I can't see it. So I'm just going to go through my inventory to double check. Yeah, both wheel hub Bs are broken. So both knuckles and both hubs are broken. So rear wheel hub B. And I need the knuckle. It's a D, rear knuckle housing D, both of those. Then that should be it. Got the bottom suspension arm, got the all this stuff. Now we've got to put it in the right spots. Let's double check. Let's see if I can put it together without checking the right spot. And I think I overbought something because it looks like there's a hub that I didn't really need to replace. That's good. Now the upper. I'm just gonna put things in first come, first serve. Or first in, first out. Alright. And I didn't get the spring. Now it has to be a rear spring. Yeah, definitely rear spring. I never really do these on the rear suspension of cars. Usually just the spring with the cap and the spring cap. And they just sit on top of the leaf spring. And pretty much that's all where they are. So on this side, and in a second I'm going to check the full list. Make sure I did everything according to what they wanted. As long as the percentage of what is required is necessitated, you're good. Now, there's one rubber bushing that needs to be fixed. So, I highlighted it. And let's go in there. And this is the one. Alright, I need to take you off first. And here. Now, did I forget to buy an extra bushing? Alright, excuse me. Guys. Hello.
Hey, buddy. I'm inside there, but I'll be here in a couple minutes.
Alright, thanks. Bye.
Alright, buddy.
Alright, that was my call. Like, I can't really pause everything while I'm doing stuff. So, I'm gonna quickly do this episode. Car real quick. All they do is repair that, bushing. Yep, I was short a bushing. Put you back in. Put the tires back on. Alright, that should be everything. We drop the car down to the ground, just because. Everything is repaired. I'm gonna get a good payout on this because of all the stuff I had to take apart. So, yay. And I definitely did not need that extra hub. So I'm gonna click the crate, see what I get in the crate. This stuff is gonna be good to sell. I really don't keep these. It's just extra money in my mind. So I'm gonna sell everything. So an extra $266 right there. And I got the next level, so I'm gonna get this. Expand your garage, adds a test path and a repair bench to your garage, which we definitely need. So yay. That is some good stuff. And there it is. There's the bench right there. We can repair stuff whenever we get it, but the higher odds of repairing stuff is later perks, like where you get everything will repair in almost one shot. Sometimes stuff still breaks, but yeah. So anyway, guys, I hope you liked this episode. We got 2 levels, we got some money, and we are moving up in our garage. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.